The VA gives veterans some of the best hearing aid technology in the world, yet some veterans still don't believe it. Hey guys, Cliff Olson, Doctor of Audiology and founder of Applied Hearing Solutions in Phoenix, Arizona, and in this video, I'm finally answering the question that is on the top of every veteran's mind when it comes to VA hearing aids. So if you're a veteran or you know someone who goes to the VA to get their hearing loss treated, you've probably wondered to yourself if the hearing aids from the VA are really any good. And the answer to this question is yes. And that's a wrap for this video. Just kidding. Let me explain. As you probably know by now, before becoming an audiologist and opening up my own clinic, Applied Hearing Solutions in Phoenix, I served in the United States Marine Corps from 2002 to 2006. Yep, that's me after graduating Marine Corps Scout Sniper School. As you can see in this grainy photo, I still have the same hairstyle. Now, over 20 years since I got out of the military, I have buddies contacting me every couple of months asking me about their hearing loss and about getting hearing aids from the VA. For some reason, they immediately think that the hearing aids from the VA are somehow inferior to other hearing aids out on the market. And this sentiment is echoed by other military veterans that I've met and worked with over the years. So in this video, I'm going to be setting the record straight when it comes to VA hearing aid technology and give you a few tips that you should really be aware of in order to maximize your performance with their devices. First, let's clear up the biggest misconception when it comes to VA hearing aids, which is many veterans just assume that because these hearing aids are being dispensed by a government organization that they must somehow be lower quality. Fortunately, this isn't true. The VA only dispenses hearing aid technology from some of the best hearing aid brands in the world, of which I regularly talk about on my YouTube channel. And in addition to only dispensing technology from the best brands in the world, they only dispense their premium technology. This way, VA audiologists don't have to waste their time trying to identify what the right technology level is for you. They can just give you the best technology without having to worry about leaving any benefit on the table. Which means that every veteran who goes through the VA healthcare system gets access to the best hearing aid technology in the world. And this includes the Phonak Audeo Ultrasphere Infinio hearing aids from Phonak, today's video sponsor. Phonak's original Audiosphere Infinio hearing aid is one of the most impressive hearing aids that I've ever fit my patients with, especially when it comes to performance and background noise. Its deep sonic trip with spheric speech clarity is fully dedicated to using artificial intelligence to better separate speech from noise. At the time of its initial release, it received the highest overall score ever awarded by independent testing lab HearAdvisor. However, with the recent Ultra firmware update that upgraded spheric speech clarity to version 2.0, Phonak has now improved this hearing aid's ability to prioritize speech information in complex listening situations and reduce your listening effort, all while significantly improving your hearing aid battery life. The best part is, as of spring 2026, the Phonak Audeo Ultrasphere Infinio hearing aid is now on VA contract and available to all veterans. But you're not just limited to the Phonak Audeo Ultrasphere Infinio hearing aid. The VA also has the Infinio Ultra R receiver and canal hearing aid, the Cross R Infinio transmitter for veterans with single-sided deafness, the Virto R Infinio for veterans who want a rechargeable custom in-the-ear option, and Phonak's award-winning wireless accessories, including their extremely popular Roger On 3. If you'd like to download and print off a Phonak reference sheet to take into your VA audiologist, I will link it in the description below. With that being said, you may have noticed that this Ultra firmware update that is now available inside of the VA has been available to private practice clinics since October 22nd of 2025. That's nearly 6 months before this technology became available to the VA. Now, this is one of a few things that you should be aware of when getting your hearing aids through the VA healthcare system. The contracts that the VA has with these hearing aid manufacturers are reviewed 2 times a year, once in the spring and once in the fall, which means that you may have to wait a bit longer to get these newer hearing aid technologies from the VA compared to what you could get them on the private market. And you should keep this in mind every time that I talk about a new hearing aid technology that has just hit the market but is not yet on the VA contract. You should also be aware that the VA typically allows their veterans to upgrade hearing aid technology approximately every 3 years. So if your hearing aids are only 2 years old, you may have to wait a little bit longer to upgrade your hearing aid technology. However, if you're having difficulties with your current hearing aid technology and your VA audiologist can make a justification as to why you should be upgraded sooner, it's worth asking them about upgrading before you hit the 3-year mark. But there's one thing that's even more important than getting the best hearing aid technology from the VA, and that is making sure that your hearing aids are fit and programmed following comprehensive audiologic best practices. Best practices are a series of considerations and procedures that must be completed by your hearing care professional in order to maximize your performance with whatever hearing aid they fit you with. That's why when you're getting hearing aids from anywhere, including the VA, I always recommend that you request that you receive best practice services, which include speech and noise testing to identify how much separation you need of speech over the background noise to be able to hear in a noisy environment, diagnostic test box measures to ensure that your hearing aids are meeting manufacturer specifications for mechanical performance, real ear measurement to ensure that your hearing aids are programmed properly to your hearing loss prescription for optimal audibility and speech clarity, validation outcome measures like the COSI is performed to identify if your subjective improvement with your VA hearing aids is satisfactory, and that they schedule you for at least 1 to 2 follow-up visits with your VA audiologist to ensure that they can make fit and programming changes to your hearing aids based on your feedback from real-world use. There are many excellent VA audiologists out there committed to helping you hear your best. Just keep in mind that following a comprehensive audiologic best practice protocol often requires multiple visits with your hearing care professional to include testing, verification, validation, and fine-tuning. Because many VA audiology clinics have extremely busy schedules with all the veterans that they serve, some veterans choose to additionally work with independent private practice clinics in order to make sure that all of these best practices are completed to optimize their overall hearing, and something that we regularly do inside of my clinic. At the end of the day, you should really stop worrying about if the hearing aids you get from the VA are any good, because clearly they are. The VA provides premium hearing aid technology from the best hearing aid manufacturers in the world, no questions asked. Okay guys, a quick shout out to all of my fellow veterans who've watched this video. Thank you so much for your service. If you like this video, do me a huge favor, click the like button. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do that as well, and I'll see you in the next video.